As for those Papa John's customers, at least the ones that we talk to, they say an 11 cent, 4 cent, 14 cent difference. That isn't going to stop them from buying a pizza. And a number of them added, Wolf, especially if that means actually that more people will have access to health care. 11 cents to 14 cents, not a lot of money when you're talking a pizza pie.
That's not for a slice, that's for the whole pizza.
Yeah, that's for the whole pizza.
Lisa, thanks very much. I want to dig a little bit deeper into this pizza story. Tom Foreman is joining us right now. He's got a little fact-checking of Papa John's claims. What are you finding out, Tom?
Well, Wolf, like restaurant chains all over the country, Papa John's does not want to pick up this extra cost to cover Obamacare, unlike others. Papa is putting a price tag on that extra pepperoni. Our best estimate, he says, is that Obamacare will cost 11 to 14 cents per pizza. That's the quote. How did Papa come up with that number? Let's open the pizza oven and we'll pull out the math here. And this is complicated. It's a lot of, carry the two, move this around. But suffice to say, we did it. And if Papa John's ran up against the worst case scenario, having to pay a penalty for not providing medical coverage for all 14,000 of its restaurant employees, that could add up to $28 million. Now, taking the company's own estimate that Obamacare would cost at least 11 cents a pizza, Papa would have to sell about 250 million pizzas a year to reach that $28 million total. Now, we calculated all of this based on SEC filings and public information because Papa John would not tell us how many pizzas they sell or explain their math or tell us how many of their employees are part-time or how much they're providing in health care currently for their employees and how much that costs the company, Wolf.
So, Tom, if we don't know that, how can we judge if the statement is actually true or false?
Because, Wolf, you're going to hear me say something I almost never say. In this case, the math does not matter. That's why. A Treasury official came and talked to us about this, and basically what he said was that on background, in the worst case scenario that we're talking about here, that just can't happen for Papa John's. Employers have no obligation to provide health care for part-time workers, those working fewer than 30 hours a week. Papa John's certainly has plenty of those, even if they won't tell us how many, so that would reduce their burden. The great bulk of Papa John's operations are through franchise operators, not the parent company, and many of them would be too small to be penalized. Remember, those exemptions for businesses with fewer than 50 workers, that would happen to many of the franchises. And the regulations about how and when and who will pay these penalties under the Obamacare changes are still being sorted out. We received a statement from Papa John's last night that said, in part, the vast majority of Papa John's restaurants are owned by small business people, each of whom will be impacted in different ways by costs associated with the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. But our bottom line is this. This estimate that Papa John's threw out there came out of the oven a little bit too soon. It's not fully cooked. And since Papa won't deliver the documents to support the claim, we're going to have to say that this claim is false. Wolf?
Bottom line, false. All right, thanks very much for that, Tom Foreman. I actually understood what you were saying pretty